Okay, all right, 2018 Ford Edge Sport 2.7 liter EcoBoost, all-wheel drive. I'm going to try to change the PTU fluid for the first time. I got a headlight on, so I'm going to turn that on here. Kind of low light, but got the light underneath the vehicle. I had just changed the oil, so I got a little bit of oil in my pan that I'm going to drain it into. A couple rags. A few things I think are important, at least that I've read. I'm doing this for the first time, so we'll see how it goes. This is a Permatex thread sealant to go over the nuts to make sure they're clean and they don't leak once you put them back in. Probably not a problem, but I got that anyways. Torque bar for good leverage. This is a T50 Torx bit, and so even though it's a little loose, it's not a nice snug fit. It's supposed to do the job. I went out and bought a T55, but that's way too big. So the T50 should work with some good leverage. And I'm going to put in this Amsoil Severe Gear 75W-140 synthetic. So that's ready to go, full 1 quart. And then I've got this, had this for quite a while, an Amsoil Gear Lube pump. And so basically just been using it for whatever, but put that in there and then you pump it right up into the device. So I got some old stuff in there. Okay, let's get at it with this by taking the nut out. So push this underneath. The location of this PTU, I showed in my earlier videos, is, so here's the oil pan, and the PTU is kind of right behind it. So I kind of scoot in here. So here is the drain of the PTU, and the fill is up here. I want to take the fill plug out first, so let's do that. So I can get this camera set up here. You guys can see what I'm going to do to this. So I got that going the right way. And there's this little cable. Not cable, but kind of like a little wiring harness that's in the way a little bit. Not too bad, but alright, there's it in there. There it is. So I'm just gonna they're on pretty good. So this little torque bar is very, very useful. A lot of leverage to get in there. Like I said, there just seems to be a lot of play with that T50 bolt, but that's the supposedly the size. So okay, it's pretty loose. I doubt something's going to come out from up top, but we shall see. See if I can turn this up a little bit more. Okay, so that's at the top. I didn't say this, but I am sitting at 20,000 miles on this thing. Let me reach over here and get a rag. 20,068 miles on this 2018 Ford Edge Sport. So that's pretty clean. I'm pretty happy about that for the top one. Now let's see about this bottom one here. And I apologize for the lighting. I know it's kind of a mess. Let's see if I can get that set up on this bottom. I'm amazed at how tight those things are. But once you break it loose, once you break it loose, thought it would be free, but okay, that should do it now. Wow, it seems to get caught after a little bit. Or maybe I'm just a wimp and I'm not able to turn it so easily with my fingers. Okay, I should be able to get it now. See, yeah, that's really a brownish gray color. I've never changed this. I doubt it's ever been changed. It's 20,000 miles. We bought the vehicle used with just over 11,000 miles on it. Let's look at this. Ooh. A magnet on the tip here. Look how much crap is on there. It's a good amount. Glad I'm changing it. Here, let me set this down for a second. That's caked down there pretty good. So it felt like almost like an 1/8 of an inch of buildup on the tip of that nut there. So my plan is to change this every 20,000 miles. So it's relatively easy now that I've done it once. It should be pretty easy going forward. Just trying to get this magnet completely clean. There's like a little lip around this magnet where I'm trying to get my fingernail in there and clean around that edge. Stick my fingernail in those threads and kind of clean those bottom couple threads there. And that's it. So let that drain for a minute. I'm going to get the thread sealant and I'll put a little bit on each of these here. Let me get that. Okay. Put this back in the top. I think now that it's coming out, it's pretty straightforward. It'll continue to come out because the air can go in. Just kind of hand tighten this thing. Okay. So that is in. Now let me get it tight. I don't think I have to get it too tight, but okay. It's good. Oh, what am I doing? That's my fill area. I don't need to put that in just yet. Goofball. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I was thinking I was gonna fill it in from somewhere else. Live and learn. Nobody called me the smartest bulb in the bunch. Okay. This thread sealant is clear, which is kind of interesting. Okay, so okay. It's still dripping. I'll get the level, or I'll get the fluid ready to go in. I'm going to pump a little bit of this fluid out just to clean out what's in my hose. If there's any residual stuff in here, just a little bit Okay. All right. Just kind of pumped it through a little bit. Okay. So now let me put the thread sealant on this one that has the magnet. Okay. Okay. So tighten it down. This out of the way. Okay, that goes in nicely. Get it tight. Or will we? Comedy of errors here. We'll get this tight once we get it going the right direction. Okay. All right. Now we shall pump it into the top until it starts coming out the top. And let me turn this up a little bit. Let me grab this and see if you guys can see what I'm seeing. See that? I'm going to hold the camera and this hose with one hand. We'll pump with this other one, see what we got. I don't want too much to be wasted. This Amsoil stuff is not cheap by any stretch. Okay. This is okay, so that's like a half a quart. I guess this thing, oh, I know what I did. I didn't put the extender in my bottle. there's a little extender that goes in this bottle. That's why it's not reaching down to the very bottom of the bottle. So shame on me again. Comes with this little extender to be able to suck up the contents of these bottles. So I just need to stick that on there like so. Like so. And now I should be able to get the contents, full contents out of this thing. Okay. Alright, let's try again here. Sorry about that, guys. Doing the best I can with the camera. The stand. There we go. This gear oil has like a purplish color to it. Looks like I'm getting close. So this is like a full quart that I'm putting in. Yep. There's a little bit obviously in the hose, and it has dripped out. There it goes. So that is a full quart that this thing takes. I'm making a mess here. All right. Come on, can't see. Okay. Get that top bolt threaded. And then I can start tightening her down. Not the best video, a lot of shakiness, I'm sorry. Let me set this back here, you guys seen that? Don't want to get this thing cross-threaded, so I just want to tighten it down by hand here. Okay. Get a clean rag here. And gear oil is really really slippery. Really slippery. No doubt about it. Makes a mess. I've made a mess here. So there's a little lesson learned there, is to have plenty of towels and other things to clean up your mess. This is messy. Okay. Okay, so that's that. Wipe off the excess here. Don't have to disconnect that harness. Just kind of have to work around it. That's tight. This is tight. And that's a wrap. So, a little bit of a challenge, not too bad. But this works nicely, and it's almost a full quart is what I put in it. I didn't measure what I took out, but it looked like something about, a little bit less than a quart. So for future reference, maybe I should have measured how much I took out and put the same amount in, but I think as long as I filled it up completely to the top of that fill plug at the top and where it was draining out, I think I'll be fine. This is the first 20,000 miles of this vehicle. I'll check it at 40,000 and replace it again, and so hopefully all is well and good. This is the best gear oil that I know of, so I think that's an improvement over what was in there. And yeah, so pretty happy about that. I apologize for the shakiness of the camera, and just the video quality is probably on the low to very low scale, but this is my first time changing the PTU fluid on this 2.7 liter EcoBoost, so I'm pretty happy with that. Not too messy of a job. It actually is a little bit quicker than changing the oil. I probably could have let it drip for a little bit longer, but it's fine. I wanted to get it all done here on this video. So okay guys, appreciate you guys watching. Hope it was a help to you. God bless you. Good luck with your 2.7, and we'll talk to you in the next video.